Hey, everybody. Welcome back. After some time off and some pain to my heart. Welcome back to the Sunday morning live stream. It's week 13. It is me here. I know what you're thinking. How did I get in two places at once? That's actually Matt, who now takes over my look because he can't let me have anything nice whatsoever with the darn glasses. How are those, by the way, Matt? How did those work here, right? Those are like the whatever light glasses when you look at your computer, right? Is that what those are?
Blue light glasses. Yeah, because I've been staring at a screen for so long. I started to have I was getting like weird headaches behind my eyes.
Yep.
And like I said, I asked somebody who'd been, my brother who works, he works for Raytheon, and he stares at a screen literally 8 hours a day. And I was like, what do you do? He's like, oh man, you got to have blue light glasses. Like you gotta get blue light glasses. So now when I'm doing anything over 15 minutes or 20 minutes, I wear them because and the headaches for the most part aren't popping up as often. So,
Wow.
Oh, you beat me to it. Oh, here I was about to go to the Discord channel and do it, and you already did it.
What, you think I'm going to do it after we start? What am I, some sort of slacker? What am I, some sort of, I'm the better version now of you, Matt. Yes, anyway. So for everybody asking, we obviously did not get to meet up, unfortunately, even though Matt was in my neck of the woods. I went to New York for a couple of days anyway for like second Thanksgiving. Oh, well, it's weird. We should have, but whatever. We hate each other. So, but one day we will meet and it will be a glorious photo and everything like that. In the meantime, we've got some betting to get to now. Matt, I listened to the juice this morning. You probably have bet one of the props already. You bet. How many of your own props have you bet so far?
2.
Okay. Is one of them Derek Carr?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because that was one of my props, Matt. That was I hadn't listened to you. That was actually one of my props there, which was Derek Carr over. What is the number that I had it at? I'm looking it up. I had him, unless it's assuming it's passing yards. Is that what it is for you? Yeah, it was 266.5 when I got it. Is that right?
I have 266 flat.
Boom. Oh, God. So we're both in agreement here. So everybody get ready for a 131-yard passing day here. So I'll put this up. This is a joint. This may be the first ever one that we independently both reached and said we're going after. Yeah, I love it. Anyway, that is a prop. That is a prop. Also, P.S. Pat Fitzmaurice. And again, a lot of the guys, when you do fantasy, a lot of fantasy guys cross over into the prop market, right? Because for the most part, we do projections for players. You find edges with that. Pat Fitzmaurice, who is now with FantasyPros and BettingPros, and does, one of the most accurate fantasy rankers over the last decade. And he's the reigning champion of hundreds of people who submit their rankings. He also independently came to that prop, Matt. Also, he wrote an article on BettingPros, which I checked this morning. Same prop. So I don't know, man. All I could say is that we're all on this one. So, let's go with that for sure. All right, Matt, what I would like to hear right now, because I have not heard much from you on games so far. I heard the Daily Juice this morning or yesterday. Oh, did you have this? I haven't listened this morning, maybe. Whichever one. What's your game this week, Matt? What's the one game that if somebody said, here's $1 million, you have to bet it on one game on a spread, which game are you taking?
$1 million on a spread today.
Fine.
Well,
$12.
I hate this. I hate this entire card, to be FYI. There's nothing. I would lay the 9 with Kansas City.
Really? Okay, so I did see that. So this is one where you tease them down, right? Also as well?
Well, no, I'm on 9 and I'm on a teaser. So
correct, but you've also teased that. That's what you mentioned, right? Okay, very good. So Matt, this is not the sharp side, right? I mean,
it is.
It is.
Oh yeah, it is.
So the sharps are on the. It's down to 8.5 now, Matt.
This is the biggest public play of the weekend.
The biggest public play is the Broncos getting all these points against the Chiefs. Why is that?
WinBet had it at 92% last night.
Why is that?
Because people believe the Chiefs can't cover spreads. And they are forgetting two things. One, the Chiefs have covered the last 2 weeks, and Patrick Mahomes, along with Andy Reid, together are 7-1 off a bye. And the Broncos stink. And I think the Chiefs are going to absolutely destroy them here tonight.
All right. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do the old Dan Harris live bet of a teaser anyway, because now that they're down to 8, they're 8 actually at DraftKings right now where I'm looking. So
it's all public. It's all public money.
Oh my gosh. Yep. All right. What's the second leg of my teaser, Matt? Where am I going? Let's talk about it.
You're pulling the Chiefs down?
I'm pulling the Chiefs down to -2. Yep. I need the other leg.
Either I would take Washington up or in the Chargers up. One of the two.
Chargers, I'm going up because I love the Chargers, and I was on it. Oh, Maddie, I love it. All right, let's get a little crazy here. We're doing it right now. Sorry, Dan Harris live bets. This is one of my favorite things. All right, I'm going to go ahead.
I did for this morning. I teased the Vikings Lions up to 52.5 and took the under, and took the Chargers up to 9.
Okay. Do you like the Chargers getting 3, Matt, in this game? That is one of my favorite bets as well. So I've been fading the Bengals routinely, Matt. It has not always been working, including against the Raiders, obviously, which was a game where I liked the Raiders. The Bengals strike me as a team that is better than I expected coming in, has a pretty decent defense, but it's still very inconsistent. And you look at overall what they do, they're just not that good. The Chargers are inconsistent as well, but look, I see the Chargers coming in here and winning this game outright. I like them on the money line. So the fact that they're getting a field goal, Jalen Hurts, by the way, officially inactive today. People thought that was happening, obviously.
Did you see the outfit, by the way?
No, I have not seen it. I've been on the air, man. I've been on the air.
The Gardner Minshew outfit today is quite 1985. He's going throwback lockout football type of outfit today for the Eagles.
Live every day like Gardner Minshew lives like a random Tuesday. All right, people out there. So we're both then on the Chargers. What are your Circa picks, actually, Matt? Because look, I'll be honest, today, Matt, when I looked at the board, this is kind of an ugly week. Like there wasn't like a way I wanted to go through it. So, and I realized I don't know what you're on or what you're not on this week. I usually have an idea. So go ahead and tell me what your Circa teams are doing.
Sure. So my personal Circa team has gone 8-2 the last 2 weeks. So we're on a nice little run. My personal Circa team so far. Chiefs -9.5.
Okay.
Chargers +3. It's +3.
Yep.
Dolphins -4.
Yep.
Washington +2.5.
Interesting. Okay.
Patriots +2.5.
Okay, so we're going to talk about this. I was hoping that you were going to be on the Pats. At 2.5.
I'm not just on the Pats. I have almost every free bet I got offered in New Jersey is on the Patriots. Patriots +3. Patriots.
Wait, wait. Don't we do the free bets where the big money, like the odds come in? Isn't that what you always tell people to do and everything like that?
I'm on plus money on, but I'm on money line. I have a $200 free bet on the Patriots money line at +120. I've got a teaser with the Patriots at like a 3-leg teaser. I mean, when people were giving me, when I was in New Jersey, I was just getting all these free bets in like BetMGM gave me like $300 in free bets. And like, I was just like, okay, I just kept on betting the Patriots. So like, I am all in on the Patriots on Monday night.
Well, this is going to be a good one, but actually it's up to 3 now in DraftKings, unfortunately.
Patriots? Yeah. Good. That's what I played +3.
Oh, it's 2.5 and 3 actually all over the place. Like FanDuel, it's 2.5. BetMGM, it's 3. Fox Bet, it's 2.5. Points Bet, it's 2.5 or 3. I like it either way for the Bills. So we're gonna.
Of course you do, because how many times? How right have you been about the Patriots this year?
Not very correct. So I will own that. I will own that.
Go back and watch last year's game. It's going to be a repeat, and thankfully, we don't have Cam Newton playing quarterback for the Patriots this week. So
if you win this one, Matt, I probably should just pay off your playoff win bet already. I'll just throw it out there. I'll be like, can I cash out of this at like 90%? So yeah, look, if they go into Buffalo, Matt, and they win this game, and obviously the weather is bad, but I don't really feel like that.
That helps the Patriots. It helps the Patriots.
Why?
The worst way, because they're going to run the ball.
I understand.
Bills can't run the ball. Like the Patriots defense will feast. Give me rain, snow, wind. Give me crap. The Patriots are built. They are the most physical team in the NFL. They're the most dominant team on both sides of the line. They're going the worst weather games. This is the perfect time for Tuck Rule 2.0 type football game. Raiders, Patriots at Foxborough. Like, give me a hellacious night in Buffalo. It's better for the Patriots.
Okay, so the first thing is, it does not sound to me, at least as of the latest, like it's going to be like, oh man, the weather is going to destroy this game. It's going to be bad weather, which I've heard. But I have heard that the wind, for example, on the side map, what's the line for you? 20 miles an hour? I feel like 20 miles an hour sustained winds is where I get a little nervous.
I go 25. 25 is my number.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to reach that, Matt. Everything I heard says it's going to be 20. It's going to get lighter as the game goes on, everything like that. It might snow, but it might not. And either way, the big thing I think for me, yeah, of course, the Patriots are a running team. And yes, the Bills cannot run the ball other than Josh Allen, which, by the way, I would be looking perhaps at the over on Allen's rushing yards prop and this one as well, but whatever. You have like the single quarterback whose arm is like designed to beat the wind. That's why they drafted him, Matt. That's half the reason why they drafted him is because he's such a strong-armed quarterback and he can do that. Although I will admit that it might be time. The total on Diggs' receiving yards is really low, like super low, obviously because of the matchup, but also because of the weather. But either way, Matt, fine. We'll lay out. You can talk about it on the juice. It's fine. I feel very good about the Bills laying 2.5. If I'm wrong, I will be done. I'll make you the promise, Matt. I will be absolutely done fading the Patriots. I will be done.
You should have been done 5 weeks ago when I told you this five weeks ago. You should have been done fading them 5 weeks ago.
We'll see. I will be on the Bills laying 2.5, and if you can get that right now, I can get them 3. I still feel fine about it with 3. I'll be on them laying 2.5. Okay, people are asking them, Matt, would you tease them up? Have you been doing that? Like Pat's teasing up to 8.5 or 9?
I mean, the total's 40.5. So yeah, there's great value. I've been doing Sunday, Monday teasers. And I have one of those going this is when the Chiefs were 9.5.
Yeah.
Chiefs 3.5, Patriots plus 9. Yeah, okay. Absolutely. I love
that. So you're expecting the Chiefs to just crush the Broncos in this game.
Yes. I think the Broncos are a completely overrated fraud football team. And I think the Chiefs are off a bye. I think they're going to get right and they're getting healthy. So I think their defense is playing really underrated right now. They're only giving up like 11 points per game right now.
Correct.
I don't think the Broncos score, and I think the Chiefs put up at least 30. I think it's like a 30-10 minimum type game.
So I think that the improvement in the Chiefs defense is one of the, it should be talked about a lot more, really, because everybody was worried about their offense and everything like that, and they should have been because it was struggling. But the defense is the thing that has really turned around as they have overall gotten healthier. And again, they've moved a couple of guys around. They've shifted some guys in the line to maximize what they can do. It's been impressive. So I agree. All right, let's just start going through some of the games, Matt, here, and let's just walk through them. We'll give props again. The prop that both Matt and I are on, and our good friend Pat Fitzmaurice, really sharp guy. Derek Carr over 266.5 passing yards. Go ahead. We're all on it. So, hopefully that's a good sign. How about the Vikings are now visiting the Lions? They're laying 7. I want to tell you what I think about this one, Matt. I picked the Vikings in this game on our BettingPros show here. And it's sort of everything says to pick the Lions to me because the Vikings don't win by more than a touch. Every game the Vikings have comes down to the last play. And if they win by a field goal and it's the last second sort of thing. But I just feel like a 5-6 Lions team. 5-6 is like right that 7th playoff spot. I love it. It keeps everybody in it. Right in the playoff spot. They have to win this game. I think the lack of Dalvin Cook might, as good as Madison is, might force them to say, you know what, maybe we should pass a little more because we're a really good passing team on a team that has a terrible secondary. And this is going to be one of my props coming in. It's a big number, Matt, so you might not like it, but it's going to be Justin Jefferson receiving yards. I think they go to the air a lot in this one. They can destroy that secondary. I think they cover this. I think they win by more than a touchdown, even though they've played such close games this year.
Well, look, the public agrees with you. You've got 69% of the handle at FanDuel on minus 7.5 over the 7 here for the Vikings. And you've got 66% of the handle on the under, 82% of the bets are on the under. So, I mean, I do like the under a lot. Like I said, I teased this up. I never tease totals. 46.5, and I teased it up to 52.5 and took the under. I don't like teasing totals ever, but this is a game where I could see this game being like a 17-10 game easy. Like,
what was it, 19-17 first game, right?
Yes, something along those lines.
With that last second field goal that they had to pull it out when the Lions came back at the very end, and the Vikings hit they had like 30 seconds. They drove it to like the 40, and they kicked like a 55-yard field goal. Yeah.
So you've got a lot of people who are expecting the Lions to struggle offensively, including me. And then what do the Vikings look like without Dalvin Cook and their inability to run the football? So I know they've got backs.
But why do you think? Why do you think they're? I mean, they can run it with Madison. Like Madison's not Cook, but Madison's good. Like I just don't. I don't think that's a huge deal. I really think it goes down to the. I don't mind it even with. I know when you get a big spread, Matt, like let's say a touchdown, and you have a total that's not particularly high, 46 or 46.5, like whatever, that's middle of the road. It gets you a little nervous, right? Because you're like, one of these things doesn't really match. But I could see right now the Lions coming out, and even with as banged up as the Vikings defense is, the Lions coming out and putting up 10 points without DeAndre Swift. I mean, that's the thing. Swift is so good. And Williams should have a decent day here. Somebody's asking about his rushing yards prop. I don't know exactly what it is off the top of my head. But, he'll get some work. But, Matt, I do like it. It's a big number. It's really hard to go with these receiving numbers. But I do like Justin Jefferson over 82.5. I think they're going to – if you look at what they have done since he said these a-holes have to get me the ball more, 3 games ago, he is averaging 10 targets, 7 catches, and 130 yards a game. Like, they know they've got to go to him, and I think they're going to go to him early and often. And I think the big thing with them is, like, you get Kirk Cousins, Matt, in a game, and you're like, Kirk Cousins looks like right now, this passing offense looks unstoppable. They look like they can do whatever you want. And then on a dime, they're the worst offense in the NFL within the same game. So I think on this one, the biggest thing here is I think because of their situation, because they know they have to do this, they know they have to win, they go to the air a little bit more. I think there's going to be a ton of passing here. I think they're going to put up a lot of points. I'm fine with the under, Matt. Honestly, I think I'm on it too, because I do expect this to be a game where they're going to win like 27-10 or something like that. So That's where I'm going. But that's where I'll go with that. All right. So, you're just off this game from a spread.
Oh, I want no part of this game.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
I want no part. I want no part of many of these games. I want no part of, but this is definitely one I want no part of.
I think it's fair. Cardinals are visiting the Bears. Bad weather in this one too. You've got Hopkins going to play, but he's going to be limited reportedly. Kyler Murray is going to play. We'll see what that looks like, but it is cold, it is windy, and it is 7.5. Now this spread really has just kind of mostly hung out there. I feel like between 8 and 7.5, Matt. I don't think I've seen it move much. What do you got here for this one?
Yeah, everyone is, I think, discounting the weather. You got 79% of the bets at FanDuel, 71% of the handle coming in on the Cardinals minus 7.5. I don't like this. I mean,
Me neither.
I'm very surprised. WinBet reported that the most action they have seen, number 1 is Tampa, but number 2 is Arizona in terms of bets. So people are really jumping in here on the Cardinals and in the Bears. Two-way action a little bit, but you've got 83% of the spread money and of the spread bets and 61% of the spread money coming in on the Cardinals. So the public is coming in here going, Kyler Murray's back, Bears stink, they're going to kill him. But I hate warm weather teams going into cold environments laying over a touchdown. I mean, Cardinals could kill them. They could, but I want no part of that game either.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't think we know what Murray's going to look like right here. Like, is he going to run? Because I would assume he probably won't do a ton of that in the cold, coming off the ankle injury, where, by the way, remember, these guys did not come off the bye and say, hey, you're back to full practices. You're good to go. Like, let's go. They were still limited in practice a lot of this week. They were questionable coming into this game. So the idea that they're just going to go and be a full go, I don't see that. I mean, certainly we know Hopkins isn't. That's the report. They're going to ease him in, which they should in the cold, but also Murray in the cold, man. I don't want the Bears because it's the Bears, but it's just a stay away from me. With that,
hold on, just to go back real quick, because I just got this email from WinBet this morning, now. Yep. Going back to the Viking game, they're making a note that the Viking spread was WinBet's number 1 liability on Saturday, which received 87.8% of the handle, but it's currently receiving just 52.5% of the handle, and the spread has gone from 8 to 7 minus 120. So there's pro money coming in on Detroit.
Yeah,
this is late pro money.
Matt, when I saw it at 7 when I first opened early in the year, this struck me as a game that pros are going to love Detroit. Like they fight, right? And the Vikings don't win any game by a lot. Like everything's close. So I understand. I took the Vikings. I think they will win this, but the sharper side, Matt, is definitely on them without question for sure. Okay, that is fine. Let's keep going here. And the Giants, obviously, this was 4 early on, which you said you have in the Circa, right?
Yeah, this was 4, but this was 2.5 at open.
Was it 2.5 at open?
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Wow.
2.5.
Okay, when I looked at it, good.
And now it's 6.5, and it's the number
6.5.
one. It's the number one liability for WinBet today. Is Dolphins minus 6.5.
What do you think?
Do you like Mike Glennon at all? Like, can Mike Glennon do anything? This is a total fade on Mike Glennon, and I'm not so sure it's that big of a drop off to Mike Glennon from Daniel Jones. Am I wrong?
I think that's the correct way to analyze it. I'll say this: my projections for the receiving options and for the offense did not change that much when I went from Daniel Jones to Mike Glennon. It just didn't. Yep. I think that you always have the possibility of Mike Glennon going out there and looking like the worst quarterback in the league by far. Like we've seen, but we have seen him be decent. But also, like, whatever you thought of the Giants, how much difference is he from Daniel Jones? Well, look at what we saw last year. It's really the Giants defense is playing okay. Like they're hanging in there. We saw what they did last week against the Eagles. I don't know, man. But also, they haven't moved this to a touchdown yet, which I feel like if you moved it to a touchdown, you get Dolphins in, right? Like, so are they comfortable? They get Giants in. I'm sorry, they get Giants in. So are they comfortable at 6.5, with where they are, Matt, or what?
Look, this is what I did yesterday with Baylor and Georgia, right? I waited for 7 with Baylor. I got it. Took Baylor. I was waiting for 7 for Bama. Didn't get it. Took Georgia. Right. So I mean, it's if we wait for 7 to get for the Giants, you may not get there, and then you're stuck taking you're siding with the public. Just to give you an idea from a numbers perspective, you've got at WinBet. Let me see. WinBet is reporting it's the number one liability. So where's that game on their board? Hold on. There it is. You got 93.8% of the handle on Miami. Oh my 93 point. This and Denver are the two biggest numbers handle. Denver's 89.7, Miami 93.8.
Oh my gosh.
Chiefs, Giants. Okay.
Wow.
You want to fade the public right now?
Yeah.
Chiefs, Giants.
Okay.
Those are the two bets.
Yeah, I mean, I'm up at I'm on. Do you feel okay about them at 4 still, Matt? Like given the
Yeah, I mean, the way I approach Circa plays like this is that okay, so we have 2.5 points of closing line value as of right now. Maybe we'll get 3.
Yeah, I'm not
putting money behind it, but I'm comfortable sitting with a Circa play because I think there's a good shot under 6 because of the overtime rules and whatnot. I think the Dolphins. Look, they've won 5 games in a row, right?
Yep,
or 4, 5. So
I think 5.
Yeah, so this is the team that we thought we were going to get. Right. And they just, for whatever reason, got off to a horrendous start. And then Tua got hurt. And now they're kind of coming into their own. And they're going to play spoiler in the AFC. I mean, they're not going to be an easy out for anybody, Patriots included, when they face them. So I definitely think that the Dolphins are going to win the game. It's just a question of, I mean, as a teaser leg, I don't hate it at all. I mean, I've been staring at it. It's a Wong teaser qualification. It is. So, I mean, the total now is 39.5 for this. It's like, okay. I mean, it's super low total right now. Yeah. So it qualifies for a Wong teaser. It's just, I have to feel comfortable with the Dolphins winning the game, which I think that they will.
Yeah.
But Mike Glennon scares me.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's too much of a variable for me to really care about, going in. By the way, they've won 4 in a row, not 5. I apologize for that. 4. But not that it matters. Yeah, I have them at 4, as well. But at 6, this is a game. Again, if for no other reason, then I don't want to be on the side where there's so much liability for the books on a very public side. It just makes me nervous about it. All right, we've got 270 people watching with us, or 280. Drop us a like. If you haven't subscribed, by the way, subscribe to the channel right here. We are also giving away a signed Saquon Barkley helmet if you do, which you can go to bettingpros.com/helmet. But that's actually how you comment in the chat. Comment, ask us questions. We will answer them if you want. But again, drop us a like. You're all here. Just do a like. Really easy to get the video some pub. Gardner Minshew, we talked about it. Visiting the Jets. The spread was 6.5, 7 for most of the week. With this news, it's dropped to 5. For me, it's 5.5 at a couple of books. Any thoughts here? Or is this just I don't know what we're doing here with Minshew?
I like Gardner Minshew a lot. And I was following one of my friends who covers the Eagles, and I thought he made a great point. This game has more to do with Jalen Hurts' future than we might really understand, because it's not so much about Gardner Minshew and his abilities, but if he looks better running the offense than Jalen Hurts, it's an indictment on Jalen Hurts and why this guy should not be the quarterback long-term for the Eagles. So this is a big game, I think, for the Eagles brass to figure out whether or not they're going to keep Hurts long-term. Jets stink. Bet count is 68% on the Eagles -5.
Yep.
No, I can't lay any points here. I would would lay 3, but I'm not laying 5.
So I originally, I thought like when Hurts was going to play, it would have been at 6.5. I thought it was a fine teaser piece to tease him down to a half because they're going to win like this game. Even with Minshew, I'm confident they're going to win this game. I mean, look, Minshew, I have a soft spot for Minshew personally.
Everyone does. He's fun. He's fun. Amazing. How can you not?
But I don't like, I doubt they're not going to run the same offense, right? Because I mean, Minshew's not going to run the ball 14 times. Like he can run, of course, but it probably pass catcher. People are asking, by the way, Greg in our chat are asking about the pass catchers and their totals. I didn't change it that much just because, again, this could be a game that their defense wins by themselves and they are able to, win this game by 14 points and they can just run the ball all the time. And Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert still see their 5 or 6 targets a game and wind up with 50 yards. They may not have to throw. It's very difficult to see Zach Wilson really moving the ball too much on them right now. So I didn't really change much of how I felt about the pass catcher. So I'm not really going near, just so everybody knows who we're asking, their like props in terms of over-unders, because I don't really know what they're going to do. I'm fine with it at 5, Matt. Like, I really do think that it's going to be difficult for me to see, again, in a game the Eagles have to win. Like, obviously, they're still on the outskirts. The Jets are just not a good football team. And yeah, they beat the Texans in a game where they really shouldn't have. I mean, they should not have won that game overall. The Texans are just abysmal. I still like the Eagles here at 5. I'm not betting it. There's a lot of games, and I think we're in the same position. We're not betting a lot of these games because it's just an ugly sort of board. I think you said that the books there's got to be a lot of liability on the Bucs, right? Like 10.5 against the Falcons.
So it is a 64% handle, 63% bet at FanDuel on 10.5 for the Bucs.
Yep.
So not overwhelming. The money line, all the money line parlays, 91% of the handle on the Bucs. Everyone is putting this into their, money line parlay, which makes total sense. I mean, I would look to do that as well. At WinBet, you've got 76% of the handle and 77% of the spread bets coming in on Tampa. That number is also 10.5. It's only gone up by by 1 point. So, I mean, Tampa's only 6-5 against the spread this year. So, I mean, laying this number on the road against the Falcons is kind of like, I don't know. But it's the number one most bet game right now at WinBet. Is Bucs minus 10.5. So they're seeing, a lot of interest in the game. This may be, again, a professional play where the pros take the points.
Yeah. So I will say, Matt, that we did a prop live stream this week, which on Friday, we live streamed it here. And we had on from Pro Football Focus, Kendall Valenzuela, who does a lot of props. And she gave one out. We both were on Godwin. Separately, we didn't exchange before we went on. We just said, let's see what our reaction is. She likes the anytime touchdown bet for Chris Godwin, who has a great history against it. It's plus 105, which I'm putting out there. I like the over receiving yards. It was 64.5 when I looked at it. Like 8 seconds later, it was 69.5. I think Godwin's going to have a big game here. I think it's going to be a good Brady game. So I am on. I don't mind the anytime touchdown. And we agreed that we were both going to parlay it.
One of my 3, I'm still waiting for one of yours that I'll take, but my second prop, first Derek Carr, is Gronk touchdown. Anytime touchdown at plus 140.
I like it. Wow, plus 140. That's good.
Yeah, Gronk had 2 touchdowns against the Falcons in September, had the first matchup. He has not had a touchdown since that Falcons game.
Yep.
And he's got Pitts on the other side. Everyone's saying how great a tight end he is, blah, blah, blah. I think Brady finds a way to get Gronk a touchdown today. So anytime touchdown, Rob Gronkowski at plus 140.
Okay. I like it. Okay, let's go to Colts are laying 10 to the Texans.
I mean, man alive. You're high on the Colts still, right?
I think they are a solid football team, Matt. I think that they have a really annoying sort of tendency to just completely fold at the end of games and give away games and blow spreads and stuff like that. But I like them as a football team. Yes.
I mean, it's 80% of the handle, 71% of the bets at WinBet. Line was 8.5. Now it's 10.
Yeah.
Total's gone down from 45.5 to 45. The majority of the spread bets are on the over. I don't know. I mean, Texans catching 10 points at home just screams divisional dog, take the Texans.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's right. I think that's probably the side that you have to go after at 10. I mean, I hate when the numbers say the back Jaguars and Texans. Like, I just hate it because I have no faith whatsoever that they're going to be able to come close. It's just a stay away for me. I wouldn't be surprised either way with the way it goes, but sounds like you're feeling that way as well.
Yeah, I can't. I could easily see a backdoor. I mean, there's a million things that could go wrong here, and it's the third most bet game at WinBet as well. So
yeah,
it's a lot of people have interest on both sides.
Chargers against the Bengals. We both like the Chargers in this one, right? Getting 3 points here from the Bengals.
Well, this to me, okay, I'm going to say this: if the Chargers don't I don't want to say their entire year is on the line, but it's close. I mean, this is
sure.
It's put up or shut up time right now for me when it comes to the Chargers. So the number opened at 2, moved to 3. Mm-hmm. And so the early move was on the Bengals. I like Cincy. I've been on Cincy all year. I already cashed their win total at over 6.5.
Yes,
I just think that one team is hungrier than the other. And I think there's more there's a lot of questions popping up here about Herbert and company, and the Chargers are a more talented football team. I like the Bengals, but the Chargers are more talented. And if they don't play like it today, I think the whole year could go out of control for them. And the first year for Brandon Staley could look very much like last year. And everyone's like Anthony Lynn 2.0. So this is a big show me game here. And you got 70% of the spread at WinBet on the Bengals. So you got a lot of public money and a little pro mixed in, but I think the Chargers +3, as I said, you've teased them. I've teased them. I've given them 9, and the total is at 49.5. So we're almost close to qualifying for a Wong teaser, which is really what I want them to be, is at 49.
Okay. Matt, somebody here is asking, what book in Vegas do you go for your anytime TD bets? He has William Hill and BetMGM. He wants to know if it's on the Circa app or what.
You can go and get it. Let me pull up and tell you. You can get it at Circa, I believe, has it. I believe you can go and find it. Let me go ahead. I'll find the exact numbers in the exact book for you here in just 1 second. I'll look for what you can fill in.
Yeah, no problem. All right. So interesting. We're going to get to a game where actually I think we're probably going to disagree on is my bet. And I think my side might be more the public side. Your side is probably the sharper side. Okay. And that's Washington is visiting your Raiders. And the spread when I looked early in the week was 2.5. It's now 1.5. And you talked about it on the Juice, which I was listening to, and I thought you were going to pick a side, and then you went with the total on it instead of the side. And then we've already said what we like about Derek Carr. Do you want to answer the question? You got it yet, or are you that guy?
No, because to just DM me and I'll show up. Because there's things I do that I bet on East Coast books a lot just because our audience is not in Vegas. So Vegas books are somewhat a pain in the ass when it comes to props. So oftentimes my plays I have family on the East Coast that can help me. So I like it. I can get around the problems of being in Vegas with a bad prop menu. So I'll look around it. My play's at FanDuel, just so you know. The plus 140 is at FanDuel.
All right. So Matt, Raiders are laying 1.5 to the Washington football team at home. So are you on a side on this one? I forgot.
Yeah.
No.
Washington. I'm taking Washington.
You're on Washington. Okay. I like the Raiders. So let's talk it through. Talk to me about why Washington's playing well. Gibson is looking really good. Washington's defense, I mean, the fact that they lost Chase Young and they're still playing pretty well has been impressive. I've been really impressed with them since the bye. So you like them in this game coming on the road here to Vegas?
Look, if you're right, I cashed my win total bet.
I root for you, obviously, as the person who keeps track of it. So
yeah. So I will go 2-0 to my future wagers for win totals. So we got the Bengals already. Need one more for the Raiders, and then we're over on the Raiders. So I'm a skeptic right now as to where the Raiders are in the direction that they're headed. And I think Washington's on the other way. I think they're on the come up. Mm-hmm. My third prop is Taylor Heineke over 15.5 yards rushing.
Okay.
I think you're going to get Max Crosby and the guys off the edge are going to get up field, and then you're going to see Heineke zit, and he's going to go.
Yep.
And I think you could have one run that gets over 15.5. I just think he's a huge weapon in the running game for them, and he inspires his teammates when he does that. He'll sacrifice his body.
Sure.
Maybe he takes a hit or two he's not supposed to, but he's a dude that I just think the team rallies around, and I like him a lot. I'm very concerned about the Raiders in terms of the way their defense in the back end is playing.
Yeah.
And they're getting so many pass interference penalties, and they just grab and they get beat a lot on double moves.
Yeah.
I think this is a high scoring game. I'm fading everyone's trend here. This opened at 49.5. It's down to 48. I've told the juice folks, just wait right before kickoff to see how low this thing goes. Everyone's on the under. I'm on the over. I'm on the
over, actually. Yeah.
I think both teams are going to put up points because I think both secondaries stink. And so that's why I like Derek Carr over 266 passing. I like Taylor Heineke to run the football. If you're looking for an anytime touchdown, I would look like a Brian Edwards. Look at someone kind of around those lines. They're going to throw to him in the red zone. He's 6'4". They like him to go up and get the ball.
And Waller, obviously, right?
Yeah, and then no Waller.
Right. Yeah. I think all those points are certainly valid. The only thing I think is like Washington's offense at this point, Heineke, he does get them inspired. I like actually the rushing yards prop. That's a good one. I think they don't have really the receivers other than McLaurin, who's fantastic, to exploit the secondary and their issues with it. Right. I think they're going to roll in, a lot of ball control. They're giving Gibson 30 touches a game and everything like that. The big thing with me, Matt, is like, I buy, even without Waller, this Raiders offense, given that they sort of last week started doing what we thought they needed to do and what made them so successful, which again, sending Deshaun deep, taking the shots, making the secondary. And Washington's, defense is, they've played okay, but their secondary is still not good. Like, Renfro's going to have a nice day here, right? I like Foster Moreau, by the way. I don't know what his receiving yards prop is, Matt, or number of catches.
It is 34.5 yards.
Yeah, I kind of like the over on that, Matt. I'm not gonna like push it out there necessarily, but I have, from fantasy standpoint and where I haven't projected, I can bring on my projections for him. It's going to be past that. So that's not one that I hate either. I think he's going to get involved. I just think that the offense is going to be able to put up points in this one. And Washington's offense is just not designed to put up a million points. Like that's sort of the problem with it. I still think the over can go because again, we talked about it with Derek Carr's passing yards. I'm expecting this to be a very nice game here for the Raiders offense here. I'm just picking up Moreau's passing yard. What is it? 34.5?
Yep. 34.5.
Yeah. I've got it 44.5. So that's like a pretty, I think they're going to get there. But yeah, all right. So that's fair. Like, I think for me, it's just that I think because I have faith in the Raiders to be able to put up points. I don't have faith in Washington to be able to come back like crazy just because they don't have the weapons. I mean, Curtis Samuel's back, but they don't have the weapons to sort of run this. All right, we've got to move the ball crazy. We've got to drive down. We've got to put up a ton of points here. I don't really see them having that. So I'm going to go with the Raiders there. Let me just give you a couple of official actives and inactives here, Matt, that we've got coming in. I've got Jalen Hurts is inactive. As we know, Corey Davis is active. He was a game time decision coming into the game for the Jets. Roquan Smith for the Bears is active. That also sort of is something that I think, is something to factor in if you like Arizona. Murray and Hopkins both active as we expected. Jalen Richard is placed on the reserve COVID-19 list, Matt, and he's out. I didn't know anything about that. So I don't think that makes a huge difference or anything like that, obviously. But, whatever. That's where we are. Okay, by the way, Matt, I'm going to put honestly, Matt, I only had 4. I don't have a lot of props that I love this week. I can give you another one if you don't like this one. But speaking of the rushing yards prop, Matt, because that's really the other one I have Jefferson. Oh, wait. I got to wait. Go ahead.
Did you give the inactives for the Bengals?
No, I haven't seen it. Why? What do we have?
Trey Hopkins and Riley Reif, both out.
Oh.
2 starting offensive linemen are inactive for the Bengals. So
I mean, that's
not good.
That's not good. I don't think it was all that crazy. I'll see whether or not anything moves at all. But
Trey Hill is a rookie who will be playing, and Isaiah Prince, right tackle, getting the start.
Yeah, they're going to get some pressure. All right, let's see what else I got. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still looking at all the inactives. Yeah, I've got that. Okay. That's fine. So Matt, my other prop, and I can give you a couple others if you don't like. Because again, I admit, Matt, again, Derek Carr was the one prop I liked, and then I heard the juice, and I was like, oh, Matt, you already like it. It is a rushing yards prop with a quarterback as well. It's actually Russell Wilson, because I think that it's only 12.5 yards. And I think that they know at this point Wilson is holding that ball way too long. He's indecisive. They're going to get a lot of pressure on him, sort of on the same way that you said with Heineke. And I think they're going to do some more designed runs, as you heard. Sorry, garage doors. Everybody knows.
Hi, garage.
Hi, garage.
It's officially a live stream.
It's officially a live stream. Wife is back from the dog walk. So actually, I bet this one. I like it. Russell Wilson over 12 now. I think you're going to see a couple of design runs, and then I think you're going to see some scrambles as he doesn't hold the ball forever and get absolutely destroyed as he's been doing. So that's another prop that I like there for that one. All right. Let's keep going with the games. All right, Matt, what do you do with the Rams laying 13 to the Jaguars?
Run away from it?
Yeah.
Don't go near it.
Disgusting.
It's an awful number. It really is. It's an absolutely awful number. And I mean, again, this is like one of those things where it's like, if I had to bet it, I'd take the points. But no way am I betting this game. I mean, this is just a complete stay away. I'm not teasing it. I'm not touching it. I guess if I had to bet one way, I'd bet the under, because I don't think the Jaguars are going to score against the Rams defense. But yuck on every level. Yuck.
Yeah. I agree. I'm staying away. By the way, a lot of comments on me personally, which is totally fine. Funny. Don't worry. Stuff about the garage door. Don't worry. It's always here. Everybody knows. And then I have AirPods in. I have AirPods in every time. They just couldn't connect right before the show last time, so I had the stuff in. Matt, I really want your opinion on this one, because I've actually changed, Matt, from where I felt when this one opened up, which is the Ravens. It's actually it's 4 right now, laying 4 to the Steelers in Pittsburgh. It was 4.5 at one point. Actually, PointsBet and Fox Bet are at 3.5, so it's right around there either way. Is this just one that you stay away from?
I was going to take the Ravens until that news came out about Ben.
And now you think they rally?
I'm nervous about that. I was like, Ravens all damn day. And then it leaks that Roethlisberger's telling people that he's on the way out. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. So win one for the Gipper, rally around the, Ben. I mean, the Steelers stink. They smell out loud. The Ravens defense is not good, but it's good enough. It'll be all right. I was going to also take it if TJ Watt was going to be out of the game. Yeah. And then TJ Watt is now cleared COVID protocols. Like TJ Watt is playing, which I do think is a big deal for their ability to get after Lamar and make him uncomfortable. Lamar's throwing way too many jump balls for my liking, so that's kind of kept me off of it. But if I had to bet it, 3.5 in the Ravens, I'd take it.
Yeah, man. I don't know. They just always play such close games. And the Ravens aren't playing well. Like, that is the thing. Like, maybe it was the illness with Lamar. Like, maybe that's what he was just still getting over and everything like that. So when this opened, Matt, I was all over the Ravens, and sort of like you, as it's gone forward, I've been like, I don't feel comfortable with it right now. So.
Tick, down. Like, it was like a 7. It was like a 7 or 8. Now it's like a 2 or a 3. And I was like, maybe I'm talking myself out of it, but I think there's too many variables to really figure out and go like, Ravens today are the side.
Right. Yeah. By the way, Alex L is asking what we think about Brady over half a yard rushing. I actually don't mind that. And you hate that because the kneel downs. Is that why, man? Or you just think it's dumb?
Brady, this is, we bet it. You were off. We bet it last week. We bet Ben and Brady. Just bet those blindly. No.
You do bet
under.
You bet.
Under,
didn't Brady have a run though? Didn't Brady have like a 10-yard run?
He's had one run all year. One.
Yeah, but he'll do a QB sneak.
No. Just go by the body of work. I heard someone told me that for Brady in 150 games, Tom Brady has gone under the half a yard prop 125 times. And Ben is worse. Ben is like of 150. Yeah. Ben's like 135.
Well, Ben doesn't even try the sneak, right? Like Brady at least has like the goal line sneak every now and then. So
every now and then, but it's I mean, I would bet under on all of those. They're always juiced to high heaven, but there are certain props. The Roethlisberger and Brady rushing props goes back to what I bet with Clint Capella over a half an assist.
Over half an assist, yeah.
Just keep on betting it and betting it and betting it and betting it. And, you know, the books have now figured out it's now that Capella prop is now minus 210, which is hysterically funny because they're not changing the 0.5 because they know if they do that, the pros are going to come in on the under.
Yeah.
But they leave it at 5 at 0.5 over and over again. And they're just making everyone pay over a crazy premium. Because when we first started betting it, it was plus money. And now it's minus 210 because the dude he had 4 assists the other night. It's insanity.
Yeah. All right. A couple of questions here about props, Matt, from people. What do you think about the Bleacher Squad TD Fournette plus 110 anytime TD?
Why Bleacher? What?
I don't know what any of that means, but I
okay.
do. I
what is that?
Whatever it is. Let's assume he wants anytime TD Fournette plus 110.
It's all right. I mean, he's their goal line back, and it's getting plus money, so it's not horrible. But again, I think they're going to throw in the red zone, and that's why I like Gronk over. I think there's more value on Gronkowski, I think, than there is on Leonard Fournette.
I also like Godwin as an anytime touchdown. I'm just putting that out there as well, as I said, and over. Also, Matt asks, how do you guys feel about a sprinkle on Jonathan Taylor 2 touchdown prop, Matt, against the Texans?
I mean, you know what the Texans are going to do, right? They're going to line up and try to stop Taylor every single time and test.
I'm sure they'll be successful. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. The Texans aren't horrible. I mean, everyone thought
I just mean you can stop Jonathan Taylor if they commit to the run, right? And after, by the way, last week when sort of they were like, maybe we should run more. I think you're going to get a crazy game from him, but that's just me. I am, by the way, I don't mind the over Taylor receiving yards as well. He's generally pops in. That's 17.5 as well. That's one that I have actually personally bet.
So what are your 4? Because I need one.
They're
from
terrible,
you.
Matt. They're not awesome. I have Derek Carr over 266. I have Justin Jefferson over 82.5 receiving yards. I have Russell Wilson over 12.5 rushing yards, and I have Chris Godwin anytime touchdown at plus 105, which I tailed Kendall Bell as well. So not the greatest thing. I have bet as well Jonathan Taylor over 17.5 receiving yards. But you don't have to go with me, Matt. You don't have to take a Dan Harris prop.
No, I always do that. I think you
took the Derek Carr one anyway. Take the Russell Wilson run, right? That's actually the one that I would recommend if I had to do one person.
Okay, all right. So let's do that. So I'll add the Russell over 12.5 yards rushing.
Correct.
We'll go with 2 quarterbacks rushing.
I love it. That what could be better than 2 quarterbacks rushing? It's great because you're never out of it, no matter what. Right. You can do absolutely nothing.
Go.
One scramble, last play of the game. Let's go. All right, Matt. We've already talked about this. The 49ers visiting the Seahawks, laying 3. I feel like, Matt, the sharp side, because this was 3.5 for a while, right? Now it's 3. What is the sharp money on the Seahawks at home in the divisional matchup?
Yep, exactly what that is. And then it's 44.5. So it's, I mean, I don't want to Wong tease this, but there aren't many options for Wong teasers, to be quite honest on this. Raiders are down to minus 1.5 now, by the way. So
that's why I said 1.5, man.
Yeah. So we're seeing more action on that. And Dolphins are still 6.5. We haven't seen any movement there. Jets are 5. Texans are plus 10 now. So numbers coming down there. You get the Bears still at 7.5. Lions are at 7. Plus 7 for the Lions.
Yeah, this is ugly, man. What is the Wong? What's under consideration for Wong teaser, Matt? Where are we with the Wong teaser now?
It's tough. So Washington qualifies. So I like Washington as one leg going to 7.5. And then the other leg is tough because technically there really isn't anybody else that qualifies. You can make a case for the Seahawks. It should be 2.5 and not 3.
Right.
It's got to be under 3. Or you take a favorite of 7. There's no home favorites minus 7 in this week, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's a weird week.
Yeah. So there's none of that. So you have the Chargers, which the total's at 50, so it doesn't qualify. You can take the Chargers, you can take them up to 9, but they don't. It doesn't qualify. So Dolphins minus 6.5, teasing them down to 0.5 point is as close as I can get. So and I'll make this call here in the next 5 minutes, but right now,
you will.
Dolphins minus 0.5 point, and it's Washington plus 7.5. Will be the
okay. Those are pretty ugly. I like it though. I mean, we got to do what we got to do, right? I mean, you got to do
stupid ugly. It's stupid ugly.
They want the public demands the Wong teaser, Matt. So you've got to give it.
I mean, we're 8-4. I mean, we've done well on them, here on this live stream. So, but it's one of these weeks where there's just not a lot of things that qualify because even the totals that are really low, I mean, like the Steelers game qualifies, but the Ravens are -4, so it doesn't fit. So and it's if the Steelers were +2.5, they would qualify. You can tease them up and they would go, but it doesn't qualify. So using the formula, trying to stay true to the formula, there's just not a lot going on here for a Wong teaser. So we're kind of bending the rules a little bit. It would be better if that was a 7-point line versus a 6.5-point line, but Dolphins to a 0.5 point as of right now. And it's, gosh, hold your nose on that one.
Yeah, that is ugly. I do think they'll win, Matt. Like, it's just really difficult to see. And again, foremost Tua Tagovailoa backer right over here, as you always tease me. Hey, he's played pretty well. I mean, he's played pretty well. He's gotten them.
And everyone on Twitter will tell you if you are a Tua truther, you will hear everyone. I told you so.
Yeah,
give him time. He just needed time. He just needed. Yeah, their year is over. There's no pressure. Great. So their
year's not over. They could.
Yes,
it
is.
Sneak into that 7th spot, man. Come on.
Okay.
Whatever.
All right. Yeah, sure.
Ain't on them. Well, if they lose to the Giants, then you can yell at them.
By the way, the Bill Belichick to win Coach of the Year award rides on Monday. The award rides on Monday night.
Yes.
Pats win that game on Monday night. Belichick's Coach of the Year plus 350.
Don't you think he might win it anyway, Matt? Even if they lose and they finish 11-6 and could still do that, right?
Need the Cardinals to fall apart.
Yeah.
I guess the Cardinals fall apart, then yeah. But if the Cardinals are the 1 seed with Kyler missing 3 or more games, that's going to be a pretty big push on Kingsbury doing Coach of the Year.
I think that's fair. All right, Matt. I can't pronounce it. Baba Yoda. That's what I'll say it. Is asking just again to quickly give the Wong teaser rules and what it means.
Oh, so Wong teaser rules are the following. You go with a total of 49. Okay. I keep this up every week because this question happens every week. 2-team, 6-point teaser, 49 or less to qualify. Total 49 or less. You're going to tease home favorites of 7.5, 8, 8.5, or 9 down.
Wait, 9 is true? I thought it was only a. Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah, 9 qualifies too. You want to get to 3. So basically, the key is to cross or get to 3.
Oh, I thought you needed to cross it. I'm sorry. I thought you needed.
It's better to cross it. Clearly, it's better to cross it. But if you go down, you're teasing home underdogs of 1, 1.5, 2, or 2.5. The most valuable. It's a huge debate in the betting community about the value of 2.5 to 3. And people believe the biggest jump in value is from 2.5 to 3. So that's why crossing 3 is incredibly important. Or if it's at 2.5, to force it across 3 is incredibly important. And then you cross 7 as well. When you give them 6 points, so 2.5 up to 8.5, or tease road underdogs of 1, 1.5, 2, or 2.5. Same philosophy. You're going over 3 and over 7 for that. So that is the formula to follow for Wong teasers. You can tease any way you want, but that's a quote unquote proven formula. And one reason why the books are now charging, some books in Vegas are charging -140 for teasers, which is stupid.
Is that what they're doing at this point? 140, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. 125 is sort of like the going rate in Vegas now, which sucks. DraftKings and FanDuel are still at -1, or DraftKings at -120. I think FanDuel's at -125. I think BetMGM's at -120. There are certain books that are still holding true. I mean, reality, there was a day where teasers were even money. So people just got smarter and smarter and smarter about moving numbers and figured out formulas like this that have become pretty successful over time. And so they changed their pricing, but 140 is predatory. I hate that. It makes me so mad when I see books. In Vegas, books are doing it because they don't want people betting them.
All right. Philip Moore is asking, Matt, favorite anytime TD scorers. Now you are already on Gronk, right? At plus 140. Okay.
Gronk's my favorite of the day. It just 2 touchdown catches last time against the Falcons. Hasn't had one since the game against the Falcons. Hadn't scored one in a while.
Sorry.
So up Gronk anytime touchdown score today.
I like good. There it is. He's always in on the live stream. Little man. There it is. He's in his pizza pajamas. He says, "What's up?" Nothing. Okay. I like Godwin. Chris Godwin is an anytime scorer. Okay. Let's go. Hold on. I'm just trying to see. No, I don't see it. Okay. So we have gone through every game. I'm going to run through it rapid fire right now, Matt, because a lot of people joined us late. I'm done in like 5. We can do archery. Cool. Sure. Cool. We're going to do archery.
Oh, big day.
Yeah, big day for us. Absolutely. Go ahead.
Do you have a cat?
We have a dog.
So I have 2 cats. I have 2 dogs and a cat. So our cat decided our cat is attacking our tree like literally every moment that we turn around, to the point where he was so caught up. We have fake trees here in Vegas. We can't do real trees anymore. We tried it. It doesn't work. And so our cat literally climbs the fake tree, and like, it's a really big problem. So yes, trees are fun.
Our dog understands our tree, thankfully.
That's good. Our two dogs do, but our cats are moronic on that.
Yeah,
so.
That's true. All right, let's run through it quickly. And if it's stay away, it's stay away. Just for people who haven't. Vikings are visiting the Lions. Vikings are laying 7.
Under.
Just the under. Okay, and the under is
46.5.
46.5. Okay, I am on the Vikings. I don't feel fantastic about it at this point. Eagles are laying 5.5 to the Jets with Minshew.
No, I want nothing to do with it. If I had to bet it, I bet the Eagles, but I want nothing, literally nothing to do with that game.
I would also go with the Eagles. Bucks are visiting the Falcons, laying 10.5.
I'll take the points. I'll take 10.5.
Cardinals are visiting the Bears, laying 7.5.
Take the home dog plus 7.5 with the weather.
Chargers are visiting the Bengals, getting 3.
Chargers.
Matt and I are both actually on the Chargers in this one. That's like one of the few games that we actually like in this one. Colts are laying 10 to the Texans.
I mean, my gosh, if I had to bet it, take the Texans, but yuck.
Dolphins are laying 6.5 now to the Mike Glennon-led Giants.
Long teaser is going to be Dolphins pulling them down from 6.5 to half a point. So Dolphins money line is how I guess I like it.
This is really disgusting. Jaguars are getting 13 from the Rams in Los Angeles.
Absolutely nothing to do with this game.
Raiders, it's 2, it's 1.5. It's all over the place for this line. 1.5 at FanDuel, 2 at DraftKings. Our consensus line is 2 because that's at FoxBet, PointsBet, all this stuff. BetMGM's 1.5. Either way, I assume it doesn't matter. You like the football team and you're teasing them up?
Yeah, well, I like the football team plus the points and teasing them up. It's a Circa pick, and I like him. I like him teasing them up as well.
Okay, I like the Raiders. There's a game we're on different sides of again, but you are going with the over against the general persona, right?
Yeah, I'm going against pros and Joe. I'm fading. I'm going against the line move here. I think I'm getting more. You can get 47.5. I love it. I mean, Raiders are 4-2 to the over at home. Washington's 3-2 to the over on the road, and both secondaries stink. That's why we like Derek Carr to throw the ball like crazy.
Right, I agree. Ravens are laying 4 to the Steelers, a game that we basically don't know exactly how to process anymore, right?
Yeah, if I wanted it, if I had to take it, I'd take the Ravens, though, but I don't love it.
49ers laying the field goal in Seattle to the Seahawks.
Sharp side is Seattle. That's you want the sharp side, but I got burned last time. Seattle and the Lions are on my blacklist. I'm not betting any more games with the Lions, any more games with Seattle.
I was also on Seattle against Washington as well, so got burned with you as well. Broncos it's now 8.5. Some books are at 8, like mine, from the Chiefs. You like the Chiefs here. You love that it's coming down,
big.
Right?
I like the Chiefs big. I'm teased it down. I'm playing it. I played it. Just wait. As I told the Juice guys, just wait till this goes all the way to the end. We're going to play. I'll tell you in the Discord channel the official number that I'll bet, but I'm just waiting in 8.5, 8. Just let it keep on coming down. And then I'm taking the Chiefs, and I teased it down to 3.5 as well.
And the Patriots visiting the Bills on Monday Night Football. It's at 3. It's at 2.5. Doesn't matter. I mean, you'd love it at 3, of course, even better. But you like it at 2.5. You think the Patriots are winning this game, right?
Okay. Yeah. I think they're winning. I think they're covering. I think Mac Jones passing. The weather. We'll wait and see on the weather. But the weather is like you said. If it's not going to be windy, Mac Jones throwing the football.
If the Patriots win this game, I will offer you a public mea culpa, Matt, on Twitter to say you are smart.
By the way, I've already gotten that from 2 people on the Patriots. So you'd be number 3 that I'm ready. A chance to do this. So
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. I will root for them for this little guy right here.
You like numbers. You like numbers. How can you stare at the numbers in that game and think that the Bills are the better team?
Because I think that the Patriots have benefited largely from a crappy schedule, and I think their defense is legit. And I think if they ever struggle to run the ball and you place the burden on Mac Jones to do it when they can't run the ball as effectively as they need to, he's going to crumble as a rookie quarterback. I haven't seen anything from Mac Jones yet, Matt, to make me think that he can win a game by himself. That's what I think.
Ooh, boy.
All right. There we go.
You like numbers, right?
Yeah, I like numbers.
Where is Mac Jones right now in the pecking order of quarterbacks in the NFL? Where is Mac Jones stat-wise?
What do you mean in like his overall numbers and stuff on the year?
Where would you, if you took the name Mac Jones and just looked at his numbers, where would you put Mac Jones in the pecking order?
His numbers are very good, Matt. I don't have the right, but I think
he's better than Josh Allen.
Would you take Matt? You could take either one of these quarterbacks for the future. Are you taking Mac Jones over Josh Allen?
You know I am. I hate Josh Allen.
Well, you are a Josh Allen hater for no reason.
Josh Allen. Right. Of course I'm taking Mac Jones over Josh Allen.
You see this guy right here on the screen, man? Yeah. That guy's a crazy human. Like an actual crazy human. Like a really nutball. Okay? He loves the Patriots quarterback. He thinks he's the best quarterback in football. He'd take him over Patrick Mahomes. I heard him. He said over true. Mahomes.
No.
He would be very upset. I'm just kidding. No. You're insane.
There.
You're insane.
I'm not insane. I'm looking at numbers. And numbers don't lie.
Matt, we're going to find out right now here on Monday night. Okay. And I tell you what, even if the Patriots lose, if Mac Jones looks like really good in that game and everything like that, like I'll give you props. I'll take it.
Even if Mac, how about a couch statement? Even if Mac Jones looks good. Okay.
What if they lose and Mac Jones looks good? I'm saying I will offer you a slight mea culpa. If they win and Mac Jones looks horrible, it won't matter. You get it. I'll offer the mea culpa. Absolutely. But I'm not yet buying the Mac Jones is an incredible quarterback. I've seen enough from him, Matt, when I watch him, and it has to go to him. I have seen enough from him. He's a rookie. He's fine. He's a very good rookie quarterback. It's been a good draft pick. I see him as a future NFL quarterback.
The best DB for Buffalo is out for the year.
I'm aware. And
the best DB for Buffalo is not there.
Which of the incredible Pats wide receivers is going to be able to exploit Tre'Davious White's injury? Is it going to be the incredible Kendall?
I think Kendrick Bourne's had a pretty good
That's what you think. Bourne has been fine. You're right.
Pretty good month.
They're fine. But I agree. Yes, that's a loss. But even with that loss, I just don't say, all right, we're arguing. Matt and I can argue offline and do everything like that. Last one, Matt, official Wong teaser, which everybody was waiting for. Go ahead.
Officially, we're going Dolphins, 0.5 point. Washington, +7.5.
Everybody enjoy your NFL Sunday betting. I'm glad we ended on a high note. On Monday, one of us will be eating a little bit of crow. On Tuesday, really. One of us will be eating a little bit of crow. Until then, enjoy your football, guys. We'll talk to you again next week.